What is it? What is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So, as you guys can tell by the title, today we are gonna be talking about how to get in her mind with these texting strategies, techniques that you guys can use. So ultimately, it's really to get your texting game up. However you text now, there could be possibly improvements, or maybe you guys know this stuff. Hey, we'll see. So with that being said, I want you guys to obviously get the most information out of this. So I hope you guys watch until the end to get everything. But hopefully what I tell you guys while you watch helps you guys out. All right, so give this video a huge thumbs up. Y'all know I drop like crazy. I'm not gonna stop. I know some of you guys might want me to slow down, but I can't. I have so much to give to you guys. And last thing literally is just subscribe to my other channels. I have 2 other channels. The links will be down below, and so we can go ahead and get started. So as I told you guys, we're gonna be talking about how to text a woman, the proper ways, things you shouldn't do, and all that good stuff. So I need you guys to understand the importance of how you can get in her mind. The reason why I need you guys to understand this, because if you're texting a woman, you'll still probably text her the same way, or maybe later on end up doing that because you feel like, okay, well, that wasn't working, or this is the best way to go. But what you have to understand as a woman, especially being a woman, but ultimately most women, what they will do is they will give you the opportunity or chance through texting. And that's because that's how you guys approach them. That's the only way nowadays, right? Most times to get the numbers, to communicate, to talk to a woman, you have to go up to her and get her number. And then the other alternative, which what women are now trying to do, is getting the social medias. Here's my Instagram, here's my Snapchat, and these other platforms like Twitter and Facebook, right? So that is already going on, right? So when we have a woman trying to go on this first date, this like trying to get something going on with you, what she's thinking is like, well, hey, how many people do I talk to? Or how many people do I have around me? Or how many access do I have to these people? And when I talk about people, I'm talking about men specifically. So they do have it. They definitely do. When we talk about they want to see you again, they're gonna cut you off so quickly, cutthroat type of shit. Because the first few times they tested you, you were on some, hey, bullshit, you weren't serious, or you were either too serious, you were on some, clingy, sim type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So that I need you guys to get, because you will never work out with women if those are the problems that are getting in your way, unless she's desperately trying to use you, okay? So first point for you guys is letting a woman know you're bad at texting or it's not your thing. So listen, there's no reason for you guys as a fella to try to make texting to be so important, because it's not. A lot of times I feel like you guys as a fella try to focus on that because that's your only option. And then a lot of times too, you guys have the fear of, well, this is my only option, I can't get no more. So you feel like she will never accept a date that you will ask her to, or she will never be like, hey, well, I'm down to go out with you. And that you don't have to care about. You choose to care about that. And then also you got to keep in mind, you choose to ask her. If you feel the vibes are off, you have to make sure that you don't go ahead and try to pursue it, because it's off. It's not going to work out. You got to wait until time actually makes sense. And when you don't know, you're going to go based on jumping and making that decision, right? You don't know, but you're kind of like saying this will work. If I ask her today, it'll work. But you're not going to do that because everything behind it shows that she's going to replace you. So read the woman that you're dealing with. But when I talk about letting her know that you are busy or you have other things going on, or hey, you're bad at texting, it's to let her know that you should expect this. And I know this is funny. Well, to me, it's funny because it's like, well, yes, you're telling her she should expect it, but women do not expect that. You can tell a woman, well, hey, I'm about to have a busy day. I'm not going to be talking to you today. And, I'm already stressed. And she's still going to be like, okay, cool. I hope you have a better day. And she's still going to expect you to text you she's going to expect you to text her 2 hours later. No cap. Text me, ask me how my day was, right? After you told her your day was bad, you went through this, you're trying to be feeling better, you're going through stress, she's still expecting you 2 hours later, check on me. I'm not going to check on you 2 hours later. I'll tell you, okay, I hope you feel better, but that's it. So that's the truth of the matter. You're not going to always run into girls like that, but you got to look at what you're seeing in front of you. Not obviously she's literally there, but your phone is in front of you. What do you see? A girl that doesn't text you all the time? A girl that's never on your line, never calls you. And when she does decide to text you, it's nothing. It's like, hey, okay, cool. Yeah, good. Bye. Conversation is done. Next day. 2 days later, 5 days later, 1 week, 5 years. You guys never spoke. That's how it goes. So y'all gotta make sure when you tell her you're not good at this, it's because you're gonna go ahead and make that stuff that you told her happen. So it means you're gonna be busy even more. I don't care how busy you are now. I know there's a lot of guys out here that are actually on their purpose, actually working hard. But the harder you want a woman, the harder she is as a woman, right? She's so bad. She's so fine. She's so this. She's so hot. She's so, memorizing. Like, things about her you can't get over. Things about her you can't get out of your mind. That's cool. But you gotta let your life go on and move on stronger, because you're gonna have a way better chance with her, right? So now we focus on ourselves and we keep that on ourselves and add to it. You as a fella now, you gotta go make sure you're doing extra gym days. It's not necessarily gym days. I'm not gonna tell you go work out more, but what I really want you guys to get is that I want you guys to be fulfilled in yourself, be more invested in yourself. The second you put that out there, she's putting more pressure on you. And sometimes guys will say, hey, I'm too busy, or I can't text you, or I'm bad at texting. Meanwhile, they said that and they kind of just put it out there. Maybe it worked for them in the past, right? So they put it out there expecting it will work out again. But it doesn't matter, because if your actions are not working out again, it's not going to matter. Y'all gotta understand, with women, it's what they see. What they see is attraction towards what it is that they like. So it could be what those things that you hear all the time with status and money, but it could also be a guy that isn't stingy, isn't clingy, isn't all over, isn't I'm here no matter what. Those factors all matter to ultimately get that woman that you want. And it's really because you will show your true colors once you start texting a woman. Sometimes a lot of fellas, and this is even women, but when you start texting somebody you like, you get caught up. So you're texting. Let me text more. I have to text more. And y'all forget what the whole idea is behind it. All right, so I'm going to wrap up with this because I have another point that I really want to touch on before I end this video. But I just want you guys to understand that when you're telling her this, it's to tell her because she has to expect this, and then to also expect not much more from you. Girls will talk to you and expect you will start doing more for them because what they're used to, and you guys will end up doing that. So you guys say what you got to say, but make sure your actions back it up 10 times more. All right, last thing I want to touch on is, y'all ready? Cut it short the moment you can to continue on in person, if not at least on the phone or FaceTime. So this point is really to say that you're going to cut it short because you're not going to extend a conversation knowing that texting is not the key thing. And if you feel like texting is the key thing or your main strategy to get women nowadays, hey, you might have luck with it. That's cool. That's good for you. But I want to get you guys to get that the average person with a woman, they don't have that type of luck. So if you cut it short because texting is not that important, I don't care how much it makes it seem like it's that important. If you cut it short before it gets worse, and I'm sure it happens to you guys a lot of times where you're talking, and you should have just said less when you had a second, 2 conversations ago. But anyways, when you cut it short, it's to tell her that this is the end of this conversation and I'll speak to you again when I can. So first of all, it's you. You're doing that. Already a woman's going to be like, well, I'm supposed to cut it short. What are you doing? So that's a check. It's not going to be always a huge check depending on the woman, but it's a check. Y'all got to take it as a check because it's hard to get a check nowadays, right? From a woman. So you cut it short. She didn't expect that. Next point is you're cutting it short because you want to go ahead and see her. You want to see her in person. You don't want texting to be a main thing. Regardless if you have a strong texting game, it'll be nice, but you got to ultimately see somebody for it to last. That type of last, okay? So you cut it short to basically tell her that, hey, you want to see her in person. But what you're supposed to do in the strategy is cut it short. So when that time comes where you see her in that person, is that you weren't stingy ahead of time. Or you weren't needy. or you, and I say stingy because you want her to yourself, you want her right now, but you weren't, you know, desperate type of thing. Ultimately, when you're cutting a woman short, is because this is the end of things. Now, in the next future videos, I'll make sure to give you more examples. If you guys want examples with this specific topic, let me know. I will most definitely go ahead and do that for you guys. But you want to cut it short because you don't want to focus on texting too much with her. And then the next thing that you guys have to keep in mind is when you're texting a woman, if you do cut her short, you're telling her something. So if you're scared to disrespect a woman or get in her feelings, get yourself in her feelings, or sorry, I said that wrong. Get her in her feelings because what you said to her, then you can go ahead and pursue this whole idea of, well, I want to just see you in person, I don't want to text, because you got to actually want that. Another thing too, you guys might not realize, and this is how we'll wrap up, is what do you really want through texting? If you want to see her and grow, then okay, you got to talk like that. You got to cut things off because you realize that this is only getting us to talk about certain things that don't even really matter. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes also it matters way more when you see somebody in person. When you see that one woman in person, y'all get to know each other. Oh, boom, you guys are in person. Okay, and now it's like real face-to-face, real reaction, real in-the-moment reaction. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys got the idea that with texting, I'm not a big fan of. I'll give you guys strategies even deeper in the future, but I wanted you guys to kind of take this as getting in her mind and understanding the mindset of a woman. Now, as far as like every step by step, text her like this is the best way. I definitely will still do that. I just didn't do it this way, this video, but you will see in the future. But that's more, of course, technical, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it because I honestly, last thing, feel like it's not as important because texting is not that important. All right, so I'll leave this video at this. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a huge thumbs up, and you guys will see me in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.